Hello everyone. When rude tourists mistake the royal guards for statues ready to pose for photos, they quickly realize their big mistake. The guards may seem motionless, but one act of disrespect, and you'll see them spring into action. And trust me, the consequences aren't exactly pleasant. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started.
Touch my ring.
Fucking hell, mate.
Do not touch my ring!
You know the type, the neighbor. Nobody wants this kid. Asked the guard if he could hold the reins. The guard said no, and the kid turned away grumbling. But here's the kicker. This kid's whole family, just a pack of rude jokers using the guard for laughs. Maybe one good horse bite would teach them some manners.
Touch the horse!
In this episode of Tourists Gone Wrong, one woman wasn't satisfied with her first photo, so she returned and grabbed the horse's reins for a second chance, ignoring the big warning sign's bold move. But don't worry, the royal guard's about to give her a crash course in etiquette. Sorry lady, just because the horse nipped your scarf doesn't mean you get a free pass to grab its reins. No exceptions. Maybe the horse was onto her and decided to stop her plan before she could even start. Those guards aren't here to make friends, so keep your overly friendly gestures to yourself because you're just annoying them and getting in the way of their job. Amid the crowd, everyone kept a respectful distance from the guard, but not this woman, whose lack of awareness or rudeness was on full display. She didn't hesitate to grab the horse's reins and, as expected, got herself blacklisted by the guard. A grown man with the behavior of a child, this guy had zero respect for the guard and casually grabbed the reins. Looks like we need stronger measures for adults acting like toddlers. Karen, looking like she hadn't showered in days, thought it'd be fun to bother the guard when another guard approached. She didn't move, and bam, she got shoved out of the way. She tried to play the victim, but no one was on her side, and she scurried off when security arrived. Thinking she's some kind of princess who speaks to animals, this woman actually scolded the horse like a toddler, all while standing way too close.
Surprise!
The horse wasn't having it. She tried to act cool, but deep down she was dying of embarrassment. Spider-Man might feel a little shaky standing next to these royal guards. You can't always get close to the guard. They know exactly what you're up to before you even try. These tourists, they were testing the waters, ignoring the signs just to see if the guard would lose his cool spoiler alert. They got more than they bargained for. This guy's mind was clearly somewhere else. He didn't even notice the guard until they bumped into him, and suddenly, it was like he'd snapped back to reality. Thinking she could grab the reins without getting caught because the guard didn't say anything. Well, surprise. A swift kick from guard delivered the message loud and clear, worse than any warning words. There will always be people like this woman who somehow don't hear the guard yelling move. You could practically see the guard's face scream, "Not again," as she just stood there clueless. Big guy, tiny manners, he rudely reached for the reins to take a photo. But then we found out his courage was as small as his respect when he started shaking after the guard's warning. The guard stood so still, the woman thought he was a statue and happily posed beside him. She must have forgotten or didn't know how terrifying a guard can be when he's angry one look, and she backed off immediately. This clueless guy thought the guard's post was a public walkway. Honestly, I'd be angry too if someone waltzed into my house like that. The guard swiftly showed the man away just as quickly as the guy had grabbed the reins. It's almost like the guard had a sixth sense for dealing with rude tourists. But still convinced she was innocent, the woman ignored the warning. She had actually backed into the guard's leg. Talk about rude. The redhead took advantage of the horse's nudge to pose for a special photo. That confused look. Yeah, probably the side effect of using cheap hair dye, clearly messing with her brain.
Do not touch the king's right guard!
Thinking solo guards would be more lenient. Nope, they've all got the same. No touch policy. Her camera bumped the guard, and that was the final straw.
Stand clear!
The man stepped into the guard spot, and when corrected like he did nothing wrong, There's always that one fool who thinks he's clever.